Good morning. My name is Chief Strungblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the diaspora of my people. All in all, it has been another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you, the front of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and or the white man's fame. And the reverse of my sign says, white man, why have you enslaved the African American? All in all, it was a beautiful day for a protest. There is nothing particularly interesting that I should bring to your attention. And as you know, when I have protested, and when I update you as to what transpired while I protested, it is always my pleasure and my delight to bring you something from the word of the Most High God. We are still in the book of Revelation, and we are continuing the events that happened when the angel sounded the sixth trumpet, and the events that transpired occurred. When the angel sounded the sixth trumpet, those four angels that were bound in the river Euphrates, who were prepared for 391 years and 15 days, were anxious to get started with that which they were prepared for. We also discovered that these four angels commanded a supernatural army that numbered 400 million, and they rode on horses that were devastating in their appearances. This massive supernatural army was given the authority to destroy 1/3 of man, which would have amounted up to 2.3 billion people. After they completed their task, those people who remained that were demon-possessed, those people who get involved in homosexuality, bestiality, and abortion, and those who were raped and failed to out their rapists, the reprobates that had the Spirit of the Most High God left them. They refused to repent of serving devils and other gods. They also refused to repent of the crimes they committed against mankind and against each other. So now we are going to continue the events that is happening in the sounding of the sixth trumpet. Let us go to chapter 10, and we're going to read the entire chapter 10, and we will discuss what is happening here. Revelation chapter 10 verse 1. And I saw a mighty angel came down from heaven, clothed with the cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head, and his face was as it were the sun, and his feet as pillar of fire. And he had in his hand a little book open, and he set his right foot upon the sea, and his left foot upon the earth. And he cried with a loud voice, as when a lion roareth. And when he had cried, 7 thunder uttered their voices. And when the 7 thunder uttered their voices, I was about to write, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, seal up those things which the 7 thunder had uttered, and write them not. And the angel which I saw stand upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hands to heaven, and he sware by him that liveth forever and ever, who created the heaven and the things that are there, that in therein are, and the earth and the things that therein are, and the seas and the things which are therein, that there should be time no longer. But in the day of the voice of the 7th angel, when shall begin the sound, the mystery of God shall be finished, as he had declared his servant to his servants the prophets. And the voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again, and said, go and take the little book which is in the hand of the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angels and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall be in thy belly bitter, but shall be in thy mouth as sweet as honey. And I took the little book out of the hands of the angels, and I ate it up, and it was in my mouth as sweet as honey. And as soon as it entered, I ate it. My belly was bitter. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many people, and nations, and tongues, and kings. So here we see, John saw a mighty angel that came down from heaven. Large creature. He was clothed with a cloud. He had a rainbow on his head, and his feet were as fire. He stood on the land and on the sea, and he had a little book in his hands open. And he shouted with a mighty shout. And when he shouted, the seven thunder uttered their voices. And when John was about to write what the seven thunder said, a voice came from heaven and said, John, don't write it, because it is not for public information. I'm paraphrasing here. What is interesting here is that the words that the seven thunder issued were the content of that little book that the angel held in his hands. In this little book are contained information that is important to the final day's events. And these information are not necessary for the men and women of John's time, but they will be necessary for the people in this era. But the Most High God saw it fit to expose John to these information, but they were not to be made public. John was instructed by the voice to go and take the little book from the hands of the angels that held it. And the angels handed over the little book to John and gave him some instructions that he must eat up the little book. And when he ate the little book, it's going to be sweet in his mouth, but it's going to make his belly bitter. That means when John get time to really consider what was said by the seven thunders, it's going to bring delight to his heart, and it's also going to bring sadness to him. John was not the first person, and he was not the only person to be exposed to the content that was in that book. There was another prophet of the Most High God by the name of Daniel, who was also exposed to the information that was contained in that book. When Daniel was exposed to the book, Daniel gave us even more information as to what could be possible contained in that book. Let us go to Daniel chapter 12, and we're going to read from verse 1 to 4, and we're going to get a hint as to what is contained in that book. Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as was never since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Many of them that sleep in the dusk of the earth shall awaken, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that are wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and forever. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. So what we can speculate from what Daniel said here, what is written in the little book is the information that is contained about the time of trouble that is going to come upon the earth. that has never been since there was a nation on the earth. A time of trouble that is so bad that the Most High did not want other generation to know about it. Another thing that Daniel saw is that the names of those people that were also written in part of that book, those people who are going to be delivered from the time of trouble. Only if your name is written in that book, you are going to be delivered. Many of them who are dead are going to awake from their deaths, and some of them are going to go into everlasting righteousness and peace with the Most High, and some to damnation. Let us go down to Daniel chapter 12, verse 8 and 9, and let us see what happened here. And I heard, but I understood not. Then I said, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? And then he said, O Daniel, good I be, for these words are closed up and sealed until the time of the end. Even Daniel did not understand what you've seen, what you've heard, and what you've read. And when Daniel looked for clarity, there was no clarity to be found. Let me bring something to your attention. The information that was sealed up in this book is going to speak about a time of trouble that the world have never seen. That means there is one last prophet the Most High God is going to send with a message for his people. One last prophet that will sound a warning to the world to repent and to come back to the Most High, in order to ensure that your name is listed in this book and you will escape that time of danger that the world would have never seen. But the question was asked is, who is that prophet? What is the message he's going to bring? When is that last prophet coming to the world? And if you are alive, would you recognize that last prophet? Would you accept the message that that last prophet is bringing? And would you comply with the instructions to ensure that you and your soul and those people who you have custody over will be saved from the time of trouble? Ask yourself this question. My people, we have to prepare, because when that prophet comes and his message is spoken, he may not be readily accepted and acknowledged. You have an obligation to yourself to put yourself in a spiritual frame of mind. So when you hear truth, you'll understand, acknowledge, and heed to the truth. Remember, like this video, share this video, leave a comment on this video, and there are many more videos like this right here. Go peruse those videos and let me know what are your opinions. My name is Chief Trumpet. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines Spirit of Most Citizen. I am the Diaspora Machismo. Talk to you on Monday.